In other global news, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has met with the Russian President Vladimir Putin. Well, a possible arms deal could be on the table. And as observers remain cautious, North Korea has fired 2 ballistic missiles, that too just ahead of the meeting between the two leaders. Well, the two leaders are expected to offer each other increased support in the escalating standoffs with the West. Additionally, Kim is also expected to seek Russian economic and military technology in exchange for munitions to be used in Russia's war in Ukraine. Well, the duo is meeting at the Vostochny Cosmodrome in eastern Russia. The spaceport is now Russia's key space launch facility after coming into service in 2016. Well, it is located some 900 miles north of Vladivostok. Well, according to Russian news agency, Russian President Vladimir Putin has announced that Moscow will help Pyongyang build satellites. The visuals on your screen right now, it shows the two leaders inspecting the facilities at the spaceport. Meanwhile, South Korean military and Japanese Coast Guard confirmed that North Korea fired 2 ballistic missiles towards the Sea of Japan. The missiles fell out of Japan's exclusive economic zone. While no further details such as the missiles' size of range have been released so far. The launch came just hours before the closely watched Kim-Putin summit. As per the North Korean state media, Kim has described his visit to Russia as a clear show of strategic importance. And on your screens right now are the latest visuals of the meeting between North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and Russian President Vladimir Putin. These are the latest visuals of both the leaders who are currently meeting in east of Russia. Well, it's the second time that the North Korean leader is meeting the Russian president. The last time they met was in 2019. Well, this is also like I mentioned, Kim Jong-un's second known visit to Russia. And these are live visuals of the two leaders who are currently meeting in east of Russia. Well, experts and observers say that there is a potential arms deal on the table between the two leaders. This is also the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic that the North Korean leader has left his hermit kingdom and has traveled all the way to Russia to meet with the Russian president. These are the latest visuals of both the leaders meeting. They're currently meeting in east of Russia. Meanwhile, Western nations as well as Ukraine have expressed concerns over a possible arms deal between the two nations. UN Security Council members, they traded barbs on this issue on Tuesday.
We will continue to identify, expose, and counter Russia's attempts to acquire military equipment from the DPRK or any other state that is prepared to support Russia's war against Ukraine. We urge the DPRK to cease its efforts to transfer arms to Russia. We also urge all member states to remind Russia of its Security Council obligations, remind Russia that any transfer of arms between the two countries would violate UN arms embargo on the DPRK that Russia itself has voted to adopt.
Finally, it appears that Moscow is attempting to seek foreign sources to replenish its military arsenals. We closely follow the current contacts between Russia and North Korea, which may focus, as reported, on the supply of North Korean weapons and munitions to Russia for the purpose of intensifying its war against Ukraine. We underline that if this is the case, this will constitute another grave violation by Russia of the Security Council decisions, as it has already happened with the supplies of military UAVs to Russia by Iran.
And the visuals on your screen right now, these are the latest shots of the meeting between the North Korean leader Kim Jong-un and the Russian President Vladimir Putin. According to experts and observers, there's a potential arms deal on the table between the two leaders. Well, the two leaders are expected to offer each other increased support in their escalating standoffs with the West. And according to reports, the meeting, which you can see, the visuals which you can see on your screens right now, is happening in far east of Russia. And this is the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic that the North Korean leader, Kim Jong-un, has left his hermit kingdom and has traveled all the way to meet with the Russian President Vladimir Putin. These are latest visuals of both the leaders currently meeting in east of Russia.